I love the way they smell and then the way they break. They're nice and soft and chewy. My favorite. Everybody needs to have a cookie in their repertoire that they can make without having to go to the store. Do you ever have a craving midweek, weeknight, and you just want something sweet that you can bake and you don't want to have to go to the store? For me, that's a peanut butter cookie. If you're new here, welcome to the Culinary Cam YouTube channel. My name is Kamala, and I'm really excited to share with you my basic, super easy peanut butter cookie. So, as usually happens in my household, whenever I am making something, I try different variations. I tried a miso peanut butter cookie, and that was voted thumbs down by everybody in my household. My older son said, okay, well, let's make peanut butter thumbprint cookies. That's these, which are not that easy. So I'm gonna go back to basics and show you my basic favorite peanut butter cookie. It doesn't have a lot of ingredients. You probably have everything you need in your pantry, and it can be done in about half an hour. So we need 1 stick of butter at room temperature and 2/3 of a cup of peanut butter. And it doesn't matter what kind of peanut butter. You can have crunchy, you can have creamy, whatever you have, that's what we're using. So just use a hand beater. And you're just gonna combine the peanut butter and the butter. And I'm preheating the oven to 350 degrees while I do this. You're gonna add in your sugars, so the brown sugar and the granulated sugar. I mix 2 kinds of sugar because that helps with the texture of the cookie. This is 3/4 of a cup of organic brown sugar and 1/3 of a cup of organic granulated sugar. And 1 egg. And then your flour and your baking soda. 1.5 cups of flour and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So once everything is absorbed and combined, then you could use a spatula. I just like to use clean hands, and you're just going to form this. Make sure that it picks up all the flour and all the ingredients that are at the bottom of the bowl. And you just want it to come together into one ball. So I like to use a cookie scoop. It just gives me uniform sizes. You just take that scoop and you're gonna drop it right into the granulated sugar. Then you're gonna take your peanut butter ball. You're just gonna coat it in the sugar and place it right onto your baking sheet. This recipe makes about 2 dozen cookies. So once you have your dozen balls on your sheet, you're just gonna take a fork and you're just gonna press down and make a design. This is what, standard peanut butter cookies look like. Okay, so your tray of peanut butter cookies is ready to go in the oven. I've preheated the oven to 350 degrees, and it's just gonna bake for 15 minutes. If you got some good information from that, please hit that thumbs up. I love the way this smells. So when you first pull cookies out of the oven, especially these cookies, they need to cool on the sheet for about 5 minutes before you take them off of this, because cookies generally harden as they cool. If you pull them off when they're too hot or fresh out of the oven, they're gonna crumble. So we're gonna leave these on here for 5 minutes, and then we'll put them on the wire rack to cool completely. I think memories work in a really strange way. I don't have any recollection of my mom or dad baking peanut butter cookies when I was a kid, but I feel like this is my childhood. I remember knowing that peanut butter cookies were my dad's favorite, but I don't remember anyone ever baking them in my house. But I think that part of the reasons why I bake them is because it reminds me of my dad. And one of the things I love about peanut butter cookies, I don't know if you can see this, is even though I used a scoop, and so they're all very uniform sizes, because of the way I press the fork tines, they're sort of organically shaped, they're a little uneven, and then the sugar crystals also kind of separate unevenly, so they look homemade. And that's one of the things I love about peanut butter cookies. So these have cooled. You can see they have some sugar on the rim, and the tines are sort of abstract on there. They're not totally even, but I love the way these look. I love the way they smell, and then the way they break. They're nice and soft and chewy. My favorite. I am interested in inspiring you to get into the kitchen, using what you have and making a delicious mess. But I would love to present videos and content that are helpful for you. So if you could leave me a comment below on a video that you would like to see, or a process, or an ingredient that is just baffling you and you don't know what to do with it, let me know and I will try and help. Here's to another delicious mess.
There's no miso in this one. All right.